A lot of men complain about this to me. After she has an orgasm, she doesn't want me to touch her. It's over. She's done. And I'm like, you're driving her too hard. You haven't given her enough engorgement. If you go slower, she'll be able to have multiple orgasms because you haven't driven her nervous system so hard to get the first one done. So slow down, lighter touch, more engorgement, more foreplay, make out, play with her boobs, stroke her body, tell her she's beautiful, all of these things. And then she can move into multiple orgasms. She can do that, right? But then there's extended orgasms. So this is where she starts being able to sit in sensation. And this is back to sex as a mindfulness practice. Now she's right there. She's in the orgasm. And now she's like, oh, 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 oh. That's a sound. That's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, I recognize that.
Right? That's an extended orgasm. Now she's taken that moment of time and she's stretched it out like taffy, right? So now she's in the orgasm, right? So she's starting to ride a big wave. But then there's an expanded orgasm, and that's the king, the queen of orgasms. And that is, now I'm a big wave rider. You're towing me out. You're stroking me. You're pleasuring me. It's feeling good. You get me up in that wave, and I'm riding that wave. Oh, and I just ride and ride and ride and ride that wave, and you tow me back out. And a big set just came in, and now you tow me into a bigger wave. It's more intense. It lasts even longer. And I am just coming and coming and coming, and you just keep delivering. And you're delivering it to me with the lightest of touch, because now I'm so good at orgasming that all you barely have to do is stroke a little finger on all that delicious, plump, juicy tissue that's now sending massive amounts of signals to my brain. And I am coming for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Now I'm going to come with you for until I can't anymore. Let's see how long we can go. And you start having orgasms that keep getting bigger and better until you're just tired. You need to stop. You have to get some water. You need to recover. And I remember when I was learning the expanded orgasm technique, this was from my mentor, Dr. Patty Taylor, and I called her one day when I had one of those hour-long orgasms with Tim, and I was like, let's see how long I can come, how hard I can come, and how much I can come. And so I came, and I thought, oh man, I'm at this precipice. And I'm afraid to let go. Like I'm riding the waves, but there's more and it's out there, but I'm afraid. And I called Patty and I was like, what do I do? And she goes, step off, go out there. When I stepped off, I touched source. I touched God. I felt Gaia. I felt my connection. I felt what connects us all. That's why sex is repressed. That's why people hold you away from sexuality and shame you. Because if you felt God in your lovemaking, why would you need to go to God in a church?
Here's Ethan. He's far away from God.
My girlfriend and I just moved in together about a year ago. We've been together for 2 years, and we're looking down the barrel of a dry bedroom. And things have gotten real mechanical, especially in the last several months, and I'm just afraid of where it's going to go, and I want to help us.
Good. It's not good for her. She's not enjoying it. He's bummed out. So he's probably doing, how can you blame anyone for not knowing when my work's always censored. I teach passionate love-making techniques, but I can't advertise. I can't advertise expanded orgasm practice.
If you're trying to teach Ethan how to have an expanded orgasm with his partner,
yeah,
how'd you go about that?
I just give him the program. It's 21 erotic play dates. You learn it's a 5-stroke technique. But I would say start with sex life bucket list. Start with trying some toys. Start with Yoni massages.
If you had to recommend one toy for Ethan then, one that's just it's gonna blow her mind, which one is the favorite? Like, of all these toys, there's some more over there as well. There's gotta be one that's most popular amongst women.
It depends. I would say that if he wants to have partnered sex with her, then one could be a double vibrating penis ring that he could put on her, and she could ride him, and then she could put her clitoral structure up against here, let me help you with it.
No, I've got it, don't worry.
You do? Oh, good for you.
I'm like trying to open a bottle with it on it.
I know, it's on the bottom. You have to turn it on the bottom, hold the button on the bottom, and hold it for just a second, and it'll go on.
Oh my
and
gosh.
There you go. And then you can press it again, press the button at the top again.
At the top.
Oh, I'm sorry, at the bottom. The same one. Press it again. There it goes on.
Okay, so that vibrates on their clitoris while it's attached to your penis.
Yes, your penis and your testicles go through there.
And your testicles?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All your junk goes through there. And then you get perineal pleasure while she gets clitoral pleasure. So you could try that. Or you could give her something like this. This is called the digit. And this is like a little ring pop. So that if you have lube all over your hands, you don't lose it. It's not hard to hold on to. And this will dance like a little hummingbird on her clitoral structure while you're penetrating her.
That's a good idea.
So
I love this one. This one's great because
give a
sometimes
girl a digit.
I'm messing around trying to hold on to this thing and it's sliding around. So that's fantastic. You just got to rest it there. That's fantastic.
Yes. So I'd say introduce her to toys, but also start giving her Yoni massages. Just really lay her down, get out the oil. I'd like to tell you about this. I brought these for you. So this is for you, and this is my pleasure protocol. And there are 3 components to it. The first is this. Have your partner put a melt inside her vagina. This is cocoa butter, botanicals.
For people that can't see, what have you just handed me?
I've handed you just a little cocoa butter. It almost looks like a little fingertip of cocoa butter that goes up inside the vagina.
To me, it looks like a double-sized tablet is inside here.
Yeah, that's reasonable. And you can open it up and take one out. Yeah. And the cocoa butter melts up in there with CBD and botanicals. There you go. Doesn't it smell good?
Oh my gosh, it smells like dark chocolate.
It's cocoa.
Ah.
Cocoa butter is from cacao. It is chocolate.
Oh my God.
It's the fat of chocolate, which is an aphrodisiac, right? Doesn't it smell good?
It smells like cacao, yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice.
So she puts that inside her.
She pops it right in. It melts almost immediately, and it makes her vagina feel like velvety and luscious. And then this is the intimacy. This is the awaken arousal oil. So when you take this home for your girlfriend, I want you to just put a few drops in your hand, and then I want you to coat it on the outside, on the vulva, on her mons, her outer labia, her inner labia, her clitoral shaft and tip, and the vestibule, the inside between the 2 labia.
It's gonna wonder what I'm doing.
Doesn't that smell so good? And then when you want more slide and glide, you just put as much of the sex oil on as you want. So you've got you've got the melt on the inside, you've got the arousal, the awakening, which is going to be like bing. It essentially makes your yoni, when you put the arousal oil on, the awaken, it makes your yoni go like that. It's so good. And then this is, I need more slide, I need more glide. And then this, I absolutely love. I used to not really like my breasts. And I've got great boobs. And I didn't think I did because I'm a woman and we think there's something wrong with us. Everybody in the world wants to get their hands on my boobs, but I didn't think they would look good. It's ridiculous what we women do to ourselves. So when I discovered nipple gasms, I was like, oh, have I been missing out? And I love having orgasms from my breasts being pleasured. It is so nice. And I've done an A-B split test, 1 nipple with and 1 nipple without this breast oil. And nipple A loves this breast oil. So when you play with your girlfriend, take little droppers full of this and have her hold her boobs up and dribble it on her boobs and then spread it around and play with her breasts and nipples, maybe while you're making out. Or, a lot of times what I like to do is I like to have Tim lean up against the back of the bed, the headboard. And then I put a pillow on his belly and I lean back against him. And he gives me breast pleasuring with the breast oil while I tell him about my day and we talk about things and we just connect with each other.
I think Kit had something to say about this.
Tell me.
I mean, I probably need to get better at oral sex. I think oral sex is probably expected at this point. So I guess I would want to learn more about that. And I would want to learn more about this is going to sound so crazy, but what are you supposed to do with nipples? I don't know. I don't know any other way to say that, but it's does it feel good to how long should I suck on them for a while, or should I tweak them, or what's, it just seems awkward. So I guess I'm more awkward than I should be. And I think if someone could tell me some things that I could do that are not awkward, then I would feel so much better about everything.
Yeah, everybody feels like that. This is just a process of learning what to do. And I'm so glad that he wants to, and he's aware that he wants to learn some things. I think having great oral techniques is so good. Anybody that says to me, I just don't like oral sex, I'm like, because you haven't had good oral sex. Oral sex is incredible, highly orgasmic, amazing all on its own. And a lot of people say, I don't like 69, which is mutual oral pleasuring. And I'm like, they're like, I can't concentrate. I'm like, you don't have to concentrate. You can just sometimes be giving and sometimes be receiving, but being connected like that, think about the energy you're circulating and the pleasure that you're creating. Practice makes perfect with sex.
If you love the Diary of a CEO brand and you watch this channel, please do me a huge favor. Become part of the 15% of the viewers on this channel that have hit the subscribe button. It helps us tremendously, and the bigger the channel gets, the bigger the guests.